I were a CRO, or at that time maybe VP of sales, enterprise selling 100K deal, I need a field person, I need an inside salesperson, I need a bunch of people on the dial, LDR or SDR, whatever I want to call them. Right? And that was my structure. Today, as a CRO, I have to have a heavy component of digital. Right? Buyer's intent, buyer's journey, what you used to call nurturing is very different today. So skill sets of my organization composition is very, very different. And it happened 5, 6, 7 within 7 years. Have you seen similar shift on the partner side of the business, or is it, where is it?
100%. Yes. But I would say for a lot of companies, it's still early in that process for them. And what I mean by this is one of the most hotly discussed things over the last 20 years is this idea around what is partner influence versus sourced, as an example. Right? And to an extent, that does matter, because if they brought something net new accretive to the company, we all love that. That's great. And we want more source business. And you try to track that to the best of your ability based on the definitions you put in place that everyone aligns and agrees on. But what you also have to keep in mind is the reality is most customers have touch points with your company or your partners in many different facets, whether it's through sales or CS or marketing or the partner. There might be 20 different touch points before they actually purchase. And so the reality is attribution is a combination of art and science, in the sense that you gather as much data as you can to help inform. And the reality is most cases it's going to be a multi-touch attribution, and you're going to weight it the best you can based on your formula that everyone hopefully aligns on. And the tough thing is, even if you have all that data, you don't perfectly know the answer, because even if you ask the customer and they say, this is the reason we bought, it actually may not be, right? Like, what if they were actually influenced by 3 other touch points? So that's why I say it's a combination of art and science. What I'm getting at, and I'll promise this will tie back to your question, is at the end of the day, what we have to think about is this entire life cycle of the customer, beginning to end, to get to the outcome. And then even after that, there's optimization, because they're going to get to the outcome and they want to continually improve. We have to continually be thinking about that customer journey and that life cycle, and how different parts of the organization will help them to get to success over time. And more people are starting to think of this way, where it's not just focus on top of funnel with partners, which is very commonly seen in organizations, but more so when you think about the customer journey from awareness to consideration to purchase to retention to advocacy and so forth. What are all those things we need to be thinking about where a partner can help them in that journey to get to success